Alright, my name is Larry, and I'm doing the Perry. First, I want to start by explaining that how a criminal is made, basically. A criminal basically is, well, first I'll explain this. When a person does not have support around their whole life, it creates a void, and the void is like it's basically. Alright, let me start over. Alright. Let me start over. So, hi, my name is Larry. I'm start by explaining emotions. My bad, guys. Emotions. Emotions are something that all human beings have. You're born with them. You can't lose them. You know, everybody has emotions, and one thing that's hard, that's way harder that people don't understand is that how hard it is to control your emotions, whether it's happiness, sadness, anger. You know, controlling your emotions is something that doesn't come easy to most people, and you can learn to control your emotions through like support. You know, people around you, going to a therapist or whatever. That's ways you can control your emotions, but without people who did not have that support around them, it's way harder for them to control their emotions. This right here, without having that support, that's going to create a void in your life. A void you're going to have, a void is basically you're wanting something that you need, that you want, that's not there, that you don't have at the time. And you see this a lot in high school, where you have kids that'll do this. They'll wear a fashion trend because they want to be accepted by the crowd, or they won't talk to a kid because, oh, he's like uncool or something and he might reflect bad on you. This is what a void can do. A void can make you do good or bad things. A void wouldn't encourage you, but it's that wanting feeling that will make you do it. It will make you go to whatever lengths that you're willing to go through to get to fill that void. And in criminals, this void is a big deal. This is why criminals to me are criminals, because they have a void, but the thing is they probably had no support. They don't have any support to help them control their emotions, their wanting feeling to fill that void. So they don't know the extent to stop, to know where to stop. You know, they'll do anything to fill that void, to fill that wanting feeling. And that's what Perry is to me. He has a void that he can't fill because he has no support around him. His mom, you know, your mom is like, for guys, for a young man, that's like, your mom is like that bond. She's there to care for you. She's kind. She's sweet. You know, she's always gonna be warm-hearted. And you know, his mom was alcoholic, so that kind of throws that out the picture. So he has no bond with his mom. That right there is That's the void right there. He just created a void right there. Then his dad, I think because he was so feminine that him and his dad, because you know when you think of your dad, you don't think of like a poetry type guy. It's more related to like, oh, masculine more. And since Perry was so feminine, I think that's why they didn't rub together well. And so then that's the bigger void. And then his brothers died. I mean, suicide. So that's an even bigger void, and with his mom gone, his dad now, he's not really kicking it with his dad. That void is like getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And at the time, he's only a kid. So all this stuff is happening to him as a kid, as a child. So losing a brother, that would be hard for an adult to deal with and stay stable. You know, that void right there really enlarges as it goes on. But then the nuns, he gets abused by the nuns, and the void just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And so when he meets Dick, he's like willing to do anything because he's so desperate, he's so vulnerable, wanting that void to be filled. He's gonna go through any measure to get to fill that void. But thing with criminals, when they find something when they have that void and they can't fill it, when they see what they want, it's like a trigger. It makes them snap. That's what sets them off. It makes them go for it. They go for it to do whatever it means to get there. And that's how Perry is to me. He he was so desperate and vulnerable when Dick came there. He seen Dick and he was like, oh, okay, this is the guy, this is the man, this is everything, this is all I never had. And so he went for Dick. He got attached to Dick, but Dick was using him. He probably knew it, but it's because of that void, that wanted feeling, that he stayed with Dick and he did what he said. He did whatever he had to do because he wanted to fill that void. And that's why that was what creates a criminal. That's what made Perry go bad. You know, that's how everything happened because basically what happened in his childhood, because all the voids that got bigger and bigger and bigger. Because the void is just like a black hole. You know, until it gets filled, it's just gonna get bigger and bigger and grow and consume more and more. So.